You're welcome back to this episode of this video, and in this video I'm going to show you how to optimize your React image using Cloudinary. So the first step is this. We are going to, if you don't have a Cloudinary account, you're going to sign up or you sign in. So I'm going to do that. So Cloudinary, go to Cloudinary login. So I'll move to here, Cloudinary. Then I'll move to, so if you don't have an account, you're going to sign up here, but if you have an account, you're going to log in. So the best way for you to sign up fast is to sign up with your Gmail. It's faster that way. So I'm going to log in. So I signed up using my email, so I will log in using my email. So I'm going to choose my email. Then I'll click on continue. So while it is loading, okay, it has finished loading. So now the first thing I want to do is we want to get our public ID, because you're going to need that. So if you have logged in to your dashboard, you're going to see that, and this looks like your public ID, but let me show you in a more explicit form, or in a more direct form, so you see that. So you're going to go to your dashboard. So you click on your dashboard. Then you see your cloud name. So you see the cloud name is the same thing with this one here. So if you click here, you can just copy this like this, and it will be copied. So instead of coming back here, so let's go to our React. What I'm going to do now is to create a folder which I've already created here, cloud images. Then inside this cloud, I'm going to delete all of this. You're going to do it again. So the first thing I'm going to type here is I'm going to export const cloud name. Then so I'm going to paste that. No, that is not a cloud name, so I copied the wrong thing. So let's use this one. So copy that and paste. So that is my cloud name. Then the next thing that we need to do now is we need to upload the images to our Cloudinary. So now we've gotten the cloud name, so the next thing is to upload the images. So you go to Media Explorer. So you go to Media Explorer and you're going to click on this upload. But before that, let's go to our Figma file and let's download an image that we need. So we just choose a simple one. We just choose a simple one. So let's choose this one, which is browse the range. So we are going to download these 3 images and upload them to Cloudinary. Then we'll now copy the public ID of this so that we can be loading these images into our React using the URL from Cloudinary, which is very optimized for a project like this. Because if you notice on this e-commerce website, you have a lot of images, and these images, they are sharp images, they are high quality images. So if you don't optimize them by saving them in your Cloudinary, that means your React bundle size will be very big, and that will make your React not to be fast. So we are going to do this now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double tap on this. So you see, by default it will be on the property. So you click on this word export, and this is in the view only mode, so it's not on the dev mode. So I'll click on this, and what is the name of this? Dining. So I'm going to export this as PNG, of course, because SVG is only used for small images like icons and logos. So I'll call this dining.png. Then I'll click on this. So this one is my living, so I'll save that as living.png. Then this one is my bedroom, so I'll export this as bedroom.png. So now we have this image saved on our local machine on our computer. The next thing now is to upload them to Cloudinary. So if you like, you can download all the images here and use the method I will show you now to upload all of them manually. But it then means that you need to have a strong internet. So I'll go to my desktop, choose where I have my downloads, which is here. Then I'm going to click all of them, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll drag the 3 of it like so. I'll go to my browser, go to this tab. Oh, I need to click on that tab before I do that. Okay, so let me click on this tab, then click on upload first. So this tab should be open before I do the dragging. So let's do that again. So I drag, come to my Chrome, and I drop them here. Oh, I drag only 2. Let me drag the 3. It's 3 now. Okay, the other one is this side. So let's go back again. So I'll drop the 3 here. So if you notice, to start updating here. So it's uploading. So I see it uploaded 3, so that means the 3 were added. So if I drag this down here and close this and I refresh here, I'm going to see those 3 images again. So I've already done that before, so that's why you're seeing them double, and that is also nice for you, because if I want to delete this image now, I'll just hover on it let me see, I'll just right click and choose what, delete. So I'll delete it. Say yes, delete. So it is going to delete it from my Cloudinary. So if there's an image that I don't want, you can delete that. So let me delete that so that it will not be repeating. So I'm going to delete this other one. Right click, I'll choose delete. I'll delete that because there's no point of it being more than one there. So the last one, which is this, so I'm going to delete that. Delete. Okay, so we've done that now. So the next thing that we need to do is to install a package called npm-react. Called npm react Cloudinary. So let's do that. So if I click here, I'm going to see how I'll install it. So I'll copy this and install. So I've already installed this, but this is the process you use. So you carry it to this point, open your terminal, then new terminal. I already have that here. So if I paste this here and hit enter, that should install. So if you have installed it before and hit install again, it's just going to update it if there's a newer version. So that is how we do that. Then let's now examine the documentation. It says for us to use this, we need to import this. So we are going to do this on our shop page. So I'm going to copy this, Ctrl C, to my shop page. So here's our shop. So that has finished installing, even though I've installed it before. So I'm going to clean all this. So here is our div for this. So let's get that. Should be having an error because I deleted the wrong one. The error should clear now, and I do this. So under here, let's add a h3. Let's say h3. So what is that heading there? Browse the range, then lorem ipso 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, or you can even copy that. So I can double tap this, go to my properties and copy the text. So I'll have that as my h3. So I'll paste that, then I'll have a paragraph here, p. So let's copy that exact lorem ipsum. I was counting it before as if I could not copy it. So I'll copy the content, just click on it, it's going to copy. So I've done that. So next, we know that these images here must have an invisible parent. So what I can do here is to move these guys into a section. So section dot browse range. So I have that, then I paste that. Then inside here I should have a div now. I should have a div of dot range images. So inside here now, that is where I want to places of this. But first of all, let's do this. So you can do them in any order. So I'm just trying to do it in the most logical order. So what I'm going to do now is to create an object first, an exportable object that we can save the public IDs of each of these from our Cloudinary page. So let's do that in our React. So I'll come back to this cloud. So remember, we've exported console. So remember, I've exported the cloudName so that we won't keep repeating it. Or even if I don't want to export it, I don't think there's I think we need to export it. So export const range images. Then I'll have this should be an object. Then I'll have dining. Then I'll just paste the public ID. So if I paste, so let me get a public ID from here. So let's look at the one that is dining. Dining should be this. So let me double click. So I can have this public ID now. But how do we easily move to the next? Next, this thing here. So let me do it the way I did it before, because actually this is the preferred way. So let's move to the I'll copy this public ID. I'll come here, I'll place that here, then shift Alt arrow down, so I have my living and I have my bedroom. So let's copy that of the bedroom. There's no way we could switch, so you have to go back. Then we'll double tap on the bedroom. So let's see which one is the bedroom. I mean the living, the one with those pillows. I think it's this one. Let's check back. What we see there? The bedroom has this flower. This one has this. So the living does not have that flower. They kind of look alike. So the living. So if we double tap there, copy this public ID and put there. then the last one so this is, then the last one is this one. Copy the last public ID, which is this. Now if you don't want to use the public ID, I will show you another method which you can use. It can be more faster than you double clicking, so that it will save your time. So this, the other method is to go to this media library here, and it's going to open all your media files on, I think, on a new tab. So in that way you just have to copy the URL. So you can use the URL as your public ID, as I showed you in class, to still work. So that is how you do that. But let's continue with this one while it loads. So I will save this now. Then according to our documentation here, it says we need to, for a single image transformation, that is the front page transformation, we use this. So let's just copy that, even though we don't need the transformation, to not do any harm to our test for now. So I'll go to my shop here. So we are going to test one, and make sure you're connected to the internet, because it fetches the images from there. So remember, we exported the cloudName, our cloudName, as a variable that we can use many times. So I'll just call it a cloudName. So I'm going to automatically import that, not cloudName, cloudName. So I'm going to automatically import that by clicking it. So that has been imported. Then the next one for here, the public ID for this image is going to be range images dot, the first one is dining. So let's see if this is going to load the image. So if it loads it, then we use the same principle for all of them. So let's go back to our React, to our shop, and let's see if we have the image. Yes, we have the image. Now you see that transform stuff of 10 of 10 degrees. Now I believe using the public ID instead of the URL makes the transformation to work. So let me demo that for you. So if I come here, just copy this. So just copy the URL, and let's come back to our cloud here. Replace this sleeve in with the public URL. So if I save that, it's still going to load the image, but let's see if it's going to show that transform. See, the transformation is not applied when you use the public URL inside the public ID. So it's recommended you use public ID. So let's save that, so that it shows the way it should show. Nice. Now notice the speed. If I refresh this page, you notice the speed at which it loads the image. Once React is ready, the image is ready. And this is because this is coming from a server. This image, the first time it loads, it might waste time, but the second time you want to load it, the browser might crash this, and this will load very, very fast. So let's do that for the remaining images. So I'll just go over to my shop. So if you like, you can leave the transform, but if I comment out the transform, notice that the images will just remain the way it should be, vertical 90 degrees. You see? So let's leave the transform. Then if you reduce this to 0 degrees, I don't think there will be any transform, but let's just leave it here. So you can play around with that. Shift port arrow down 2 times, 1 2. So the next one is the living room, so change here to living. Now please, if you here is living, please always use your own public ID, don't use my own. No public ID. Bedroom. If you use my own public ID, that means you only get the image that I have there, just these 3 images. That means the rest which you use for your project, you're not going to get that. So if we do that, notice that we have these 3 images like so. So this is how we optimize an image using the Cloudinary. So the only first step, or the only difficult part of this, is downloading the images first from your project, all of it. You can take a day to do that. Then the next part is uploading it to your Cloudinary, then extracting them. Then I think there's a way to save all of them inside a folder, so it's good you do them section by section so that it will not confuse you. So I would suggest, I would strongly suggest you do them section by section. So say for instance, let me go to the top. So you do the 0 section first, then after that you just do it section by section. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.